right, so here he is, one of the better offensive takedown guys we have in the UFC, DC, and if anyone is well-equipped to speak to this, it is you. The opponent knows what's coming. At least to this point in the UFC, no one's been able to stop him.
He just has to keep him away, because the moment this guy gets close enough to either grab a leg or make body contact, now you're in trouble. He has a knowledge and an understanding of position from a lifetime of just all grappling, judo, wrestling, sambo. He does it all, and he has just so many ways to get you to the floor. This guy once told me that if you can get your leg, he's going to finish. Because he's going to give you so many things to think about, you will not be able to process and keep up with him, and eventually you're on the mat. It's unbelievable to watch him apply that knowledge to the mixed martial arts.
And as the wrestlers say, this is not a guy you want anywhere near your bracket.
No, you don't want him in the bracket.
Fighters have now touched down on the world-famous octagon, ready to go with more live action from Toyota Center here in Houston, Texas, USA. Our tale of the tape now for this featherweight fight. Here's Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. UFC featherweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, the Nightmare. And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, Grandmaster.
Herb Dean, our third man in the octagon for this one. All right, so here we are back in one of America's most underrated sports cities. Good to have you with us from Houston, Texas tonight inside Toyota Center. And this is the site of one of your biggest and I know most signature wins of your career against Gus back in 2015.
One of the biggest fights of my life is when I beat Alexander Gustafsson at UFC 192 when I retained my championship. One of the hardest fights of my entire life. The Toyota Center is a great fighting ring.
Get in a bad spot on the ground and you want to reverse it, that's what you need to do.
Masterclass in changing position, unreal to see.
All right, he's got the full mount now. Is this one of the most dominant positions in MMA? Is that fair to say?
It's a very dominant position. It's one of the most ideal positions you can get to, especially if you are fighting someone that doesn't truly understand that they're not in as much danger as they are, because it's dangerous, but there are a lot of outs, and if a person isn't very understanding of that, then you can really put some damage on them. Big ground and pound.
Inside the closed guard now.
I mean, he went right into his full guard. What does he do to try to advance himself to give him more of an advantage on the mat?
Oh, look at that high-level grappling as the fighter reverses position and attains a dominant position. Trying to pass the guard here, but a nice job by the bottom fighter defensively.
Bottom fighter did a fantastic job of following with his hips, making sure he blocked any attempt to get past his guard.
Nice job by him to still be a threat off of his back.
Side control is pretty safe there.
All right, so pretty good damage here with the ground and pound. Nothing superficial about these strikes. They are intending to harm.
Oh, yeah, he's landing very accurately, and he's landing to get damage off.
Oh, big shots from the top.
Another ground and pound strike lands for this man.
"30 seconds to go." Volume strikes continue to rain down. His opponent pretty helpless there on the ground.
His opponent is helpless. He's been hurt, he's been battered and defeat, and now this guy's just trying to find the right time to land the strike that is the fight.
5 minutes in the books.
Take a deep breath and relax. Look at him over there. He's like a piece of meat. He's beat up. Let's go out there and look for the finish. I want you to cheer.
Well, what a round it was, especially from a striking standpoint. DC, take us through.
High-level striking. I mean, this is what people come through the doors to see. Two men stand on a quarter, chest to chest, forehead to forehead, and let it all fly. I'm surprised nobody went out, but it does excite me for the next round.
Ready to fight? Ready.
All right, round two.
Lands a quick jab.
Tries to work it into a takedown. Takedown defense holds up. Oh, that'll earn you a headache in the morning. Massive uppercut. Beautiful kick there. And now leather being thrown on both sides.
Right into a takedown.
Drops inside that closed guard, DC.
Full guard. Let's see how patient he is as he attacks a submission or big ground and pound.
Oh, you gotta love the ground and pound strikes here. Oh, staying busy from top position. He lands another ground strike there. Man, look how flexible those legs are. He's got him in rubber guard. I don't think I could do that if I tried.
I mean, John, don't sell yourself short. You just might be able to do it. But if you do, John, you're doing it with the idea that you're slowing everything down as a defensive fighter. There are submissions, right? There are submissions, but they're very rare submissions that we don't see used very often in the UFC. This is where he wants to be.
Moving his head pretty well defensively. Oh, man, another strike gets through. This could be over soon. All right, dominant position for him here. Full mount. If you're the bottom fighter, better start moving those hips, DC.
Oh, you got to start moving those hips. What you should, setting up a submission.
Ooh, that looks pretty tight.
The triangle choke is locked in. This was a beautiful technique. He just has to get his feet locked behind his knees now. Generate pressure going up with his hips, pulling the head down, and he'll get his opponent to tap. He's gone. He's gone. He's gone.
You need to work out his
He's
position.
gone.
This is some exhausting. Oh, somehow, some way, he's able to get out.
Look at that, Johnny. Gets to his side. That allows for him to slip the right arm out. He gets to his back. Now, he's in side control, but he's out of that deep submission attempt.
Landing strikes nicely here from top position. Oh, nice job to split his guard and get the ground strike home again. Side control now, and certainly I would think more offensive options for the bottom fighter than in the half guard.
Absolutely more offensive options, because now you can just start to get away. You can just go to a wrestler stand-up. Get to your knees, post your hands, don't allow him to get his hooks in, right? Really be aware of the hooks. But get to your hands, stand up, fight the hands, break away and escape. But it's so much more free-flowing than a half guard in the side control. Because all you need to do is just get the opponent's body up, because his legs are just free to move. His legs are not controlling anything. His legs are just free, so you have more freedom to use yours.
Hands high, chins low, protect yourself.
All right, so there's the horn at the end of the round. Multiple takedowns landed for him over the previous 5 minutes.
And you know what, John? Even more importantly, look at the opponent now. He's afraid to pull the trigger because he's been taken down so many times. Getting taken down is one thing, but having it happen to you continuously really does make you gun-shy. And right now, he's very tentative to let his offense go because of the fear of getting taken down back to the mat again.
Third round underway.
Nice block there.
Oh, he landed another great shot to the body there. Really starting to connect at a high percentage now in the latter stages of this fight. All right, so that opened up a cut around his eye area.
He hasn't moved his head well. He's taking shots too clean, and now a cut has opened up.
Back mount now. All right, well, both fighters pretty comfortable on the ground, DC, but you got to be very careful hanging out here for too long if you're his opponent. All right, he's hanging out inside the closed guard of his opponent here, DC. You got to be careful. Well, maybe ill-advised to be competing off your back, but he's landing.
He passes to half guard.
A lot of top pressure being applied here as he works out of side control. Well, you know, I don't like the gi very much, but I have an appreciation and a healthy one for these type of transitions.
You can tell he's been in a gi at some point in his life in the way that he moves so freely.
I'm skipping jiu-jitsu next week, too. Fighter able to reverse position on the ground and gain a dominant position. Nicely done. So we have crossed the midpoint in this one. Making all these shots count. Posturing up now.
And now the damage is about to start.
Nicely done there as he forces the miss from his opponent. All right, dominant position here. He's got the full mount. A lot of different ways he can go here. Maybe try to find an arm bar or just get the ground and pound.
He can attack submission, but those submissions will present themselves once he is landing that brutal ground and pound he is known for. Because then his opponent will start to get a little bit desperate to get out from under him, which will then in turn leave arms dangling, or he'll turn to his knees and get choked out.
A lot of top pressure being applied here. Oh, these are some big punches here from the top, DC. He hasn't needed to enter his opponent's guard yet, and he may not have to.
He may not have to, but he's doing a real good job of being aware. There's danger when you're standing on top of your opponent like that. You gotta watch for up kicks. Notice how he leads with his hips when he goes to land the strike. There it is, now he's going to mount.
All right, so some high-level stuff there on the ground, but as they make their way back to the feet, a huge response from the crowd, no surprise.
I love it. I love all the grappling. He's in trouble.
That's 3 rounds in the can. We're headed to the championship rounds.
Okay, no problem. Relax. The takedowns didn't go your way last round, but we know how to fix it. I want you to pretend you're going to exchange with this guy.
Well, no surprise to see that eye continue to be targeted. Some replays from the previous round in which a lot of damage was doled out.
Well, the cut man's got some work to do to try to give this kid an opportunity to stay in the fight, because the reality is he has taken far too many shots to the eye, and now he's dealing with a nasty cut. He has got to change something.
Ready.
4th round now, fight scheduled for 5 5-minute rounds.
Nice. Nice left hand.
Oh, he's doing a real good job of levitating off of the strike, too.
Oh, man, what a strike from the bottom.
All right, he's very comfortable fighting off his back, DC. Now looks like he's trying to hip escape.
Yeah, he's trying to hip escape or maybe look for a Kimura here.
Well, now that cut in the eye area, Daniel, becoming a major storyline. He's got to be careful.
He's got to be very careful and address it right now before it gets to the point that there's nothing you can do about it.
Oh, lands with the ground and pound strike. Again, not much defense there. Another ground strike gets through. Closed guard here. He's very comfortable here working off of his back, DC. All right, trying to pass here. As Glover Teixeira might say, not today.
Not today. Great job of following with the hips, keeping those legs locked and keeping them in full guard. Great shots from the top position.
All right, he continues to bully his opponent here, really manhandling him on the ground.
Now he's going full mount.
Well, anytime you are in a ground fighting situation with this fighter, you're potentially playing with fire. Showing off that leg dexterity and flexibility rubber guard now.
I mean, it's unbelievable to watch these guys who are able to bring the legs all the way up around the shoulders and just control you. Because to me personally, and I'm no jiu-jitsu expert, to me personally, it feels like this is a position to really just slow everything down. Are there submissions? Yes. But the ideal thing in this position is to slow you down from damaging and really just make you feel more in danger than you really are. Attacking armbar. What a tight armbar.
Oh, you better tap or that thing's gonna snap.
He's got it isolated.
Oh, looks like he might get the finish here.
This has to be it, John. It's gotta be it.
That'll do it!
Holy smokes!
What a fight! Wow, an unbelievable result here tonight by way of submission, and he bided his time there. He stayed patient, waited for an opening, and then when it was there, he certainly capitalized to get the tap here tonight. All right, let's take a look back at the replay as he gets it done by submission tonight, champ.
He was able to get the fight to the ground exactly where he wanted it. Eventually, his opponent gave him an opportunity to get a submission. He did that, and he should be very proud of the work he did tonight in the octagon.
We send it inside now to Bruce Buffer for the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Dean has called a stop to this contest at 4 minutes, 18 seconds of round number 4. Declaring the winner by tap out, Grandmaster.
All right, so what a performance by this young man here tonight as he gets the win by way of submission. He certainly put a lot of stock into getting the finish tonight, and he did just that. Congratulations.
It was a very tough fight, but he knew that if he did everything right, he can get to his position, which is the ground, and he would be able to find a finish by submission tonight. He did just that.